Seattle, Dancehall, TV. Keep it locked. It's the hustle.
And we tell them say Kingston All-Stars. Kingston All-Stars.
Yo, it's your girl Kamorley here. I'm here with Soul One, and we're doing an interview for Seattle Dancehalltv. You gotta check us out, like us on Facebook, Seattle Dancehalltv. So I want to hear about Wicked and Wild. Can we talk about Wicked and Wild? How did it get started? Where and when?
I got back from going to school in New York. I had this rage, I had this fire, and all I wanted to do was do dancehall. That's all I thought about. And I always, I was already well ingrained into the hip hop community as far as like doing graffiti and DJing. So once I started promoting my first night, which started at a place called Art Bar.
All the time, so this is exactly why I had to react to this question.
So, started my first hip hop night out of just frustration of how whack, the scene was over here. Boom, just took all the best people, all the best counterparts from the collective of Seattle DJs, and brought them together. I was a promoter. Boom, Saturday night foundation. And it was so successful. I mean, literally, it was like we were just killing it every week. Line up the block. I mean, we got story after story, crazy story. It was so successful. The owners gave me, they were like, choose whatever other night that you want. Boom. And I was like, okay, this is great. Let's start Thursday night. 1996, 97.
1996, Thursday night.
Wicked and Wild.
Wicked and Wild. When it began.
It was me, a guy named Sure Shot, a guy named Cutfather, and a guy named Johnny Horn.
Johnny Horn, he's still around.
Yeah, still around. Does KXP.
KXP. Big up Johnny Horn.
Big up Johnny Horn. So from that point, the first year was dead. It was unsuccessful, but because of the success of Saturday night, I was able to fund Thursday night, out of my pocket.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure what happened.
Investment kind of.
Yeah, it was more of an investment. I knew this could happen because there was nothing else in Seattle. There was no dance hall in Seattle. Artist that I brought was, I think, Jamalski, and this guy was his grandson Demas. It was Nicodemus's cousin who lived in California, and they were doing some weird tour and came up here. And that was the first show that we did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is from the roots. They contacted you because they're hearing something's going on.
I heard something about it. Yeah. And so we did this makeshift kind of show, and it had this lineup of different DJs come up, DJs as in MCs, come up and bless it for us, and it gave me an opportunity to really go hard and promote it. Not just just to the entire community. It's not just a regular DJ night on something they have no idea what it is. I'm sure that at the time in 1996, people didn't know. They knew reggae in Seattle, but the majority of people didn't know what dancehall was.
It's growing. 15 years.
It took a minute, but it grew. So 1997 is really what I want to say is like it officially popped off, and from that point, we started making as much money and doing as much business on Thursday as we were doing on Saturday. Yeah.
Good. So that looks good for the owners and everything.
Oh man, it was paying the rent. And she just sent me this. She sent me this little blip on Facebook. It's like it paid our rent for like 5 years.
Where can we find you on social media and the web? How can we know about Soul One?
Yeah.
Tell them don't eat the love.
Russian, we don't know man. Twitter.
At Soul Uno.
At Soul Uno. Right. I have you on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. So Soul One, we would like to know where you're from and how did you get started and how were you introduced into the reggae scene?
I'm from Seattle, Washington. Big up. This is really when I got into modern dancehall.
How? Did you hear it somewhere on the radio?
Yeah, well, I went to school at Parsons in New York City in 1993. Yeah. And from that, I started doing freelance artwork for The Source magazine. And for
The Source magazine?
Yes.
Nice.
For
freelance artwork for The Source magazine. You guys hear that? That's good.
And for a company called Headhunters Massive out of Brooklyn.
Out of Brooklyn.
And I got introduced into the reggae scene from having my hip hop roots. Started way back in like 1983, 82. What's happening? This is DJ Soul One, DVS Crew.
you sexy with those heels on. Put on it, I back it up on a real man. In the club where you wine and